That's what messed me up.
Where is it?
All right. Sorry. Technical difficulties. I blame it on Mason here. He's the one who did it.
No, I didn't.
Anyways, I couldn't get the chat session right. I guess it was what's it called? I gotta give a shout out to my buddy.
Matt?
I'm just telling people that I restarted it.
And who's that? It has the white and red.
All right, so we have a lot of questions. Shout out goes to Park
Now,
Visions.
who's
Thank
that?
you, bro, for letting me
And
know.
who's that?
Who's
The
that?
red and white guy.
Which one?
The red and white.
The red and white, him right here?
Yeah.
That's Park Visions. He's the one I rode the surf coaster with. And well, not the surf coaster, but Kraken and Icebreaker. Anyways, this is Mason here. Some of you guys know Mason. I know Austin from D-Road Coasters knows Mason. Some of you guys also do as well. He's my favorite little guy.
And who's that?
And show them what park is this. Let's do this again.
Busch Gardens.
Yeah. So which one's Apollo's Chariot?
Boom.
Boom. Yeah. Which one's Griffin? And Alpengeist.
Boom.
All right. Now which one's Invader? Let's play it a little tougher here.
I know where Beta is.
Oh wow, you've been studying. All right.
Okay.
This one you always get wrong. Loch Ness Monster.
Ah.
Okay. Good job. Anyways, hope everyone's having a nice Monday night. Thank you guys for the support on the video earlier today.
Ride?
Which one? That's
This-
for Bolton.
That's Rebolton.
Verbolton.
Rebolton.
So Verbolton. Yes, I try to teach him well as much as I can.
And I know.
Oh, look at this right here. M. Blately. I'm also Mason. He says, "What's up?" His name's Mason's too. Can you say hi, Mason?
Hi, Mason.
So, but yeah. So, anyways, what's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's doing okay. I didn't say hi to you at Kings Island. I didn't know where you were. If I didn't mean not, obviously not intentional. Christopher Williams, I've been talking to him for a long time. He says you've been naming coasters like I named cars at his age, which is great. So anyways, just wanted to chat coasters for a little while. Try to do this once a month, and we're going to be traveling over the next few weeks to go to Dollywood, right?
Yep, and ride Big Bear Mountain.
You're going to write it now?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone in the comments say Mason ride Big Bear Mountain. And if we get 20 people to say it, you got to write it. Yeah, you have to. You have to. See, ride it, Mason. So you're going to be Georgia next weekend. Sorry, bro. I'll miss you. We'll be in Dollywood Tuesday. And then we're there through Thursday. Then we're going up to Kings Island on Friday.
Yeah, my favorite park.
Yep. So we'll do that with Matt, our friend of the channel. Him and his family is going to be there. So we'll kind of have a big family gathering. And yeah, they're all saying you're going to have to go ride Big Bear Mountain. So D-Road Coasters, you guys got to go follow D-Road Coasters as well. That kid, when he does put out a video, he does great work. And I've always enjoyed hanging out with them as well as chatting with them. So for sure, go check him out on YouTube. He just needs to post more videos, but I get it. He has a lot of time. He has a lot of things going on with work and everything.
Shirt. You want to see my shirt?
Yes, show them your shirt I got you. Stand up and show them.
Go back to black thing. Just walking there.
That's fine. Just stand up. They'll see it. Wait, you're wearing underwear, right? I'm just checking. The Coaster Life. Yeah, he wanted a teal shirt. He got stuff all over it, dude. What the heck, man?
And you know what that ride is?
And that is what's it called? I forget the name of it. Steel Venom, I believe it is at
No, it goes up the twist.
But,
And then it goes down.
I took the photo at Valley Fair, but I told him it's possessed at Dorney Park because we passed it a few weeks ago. Possessed.
Yes.
So in a few minutes, you're going to be able to see Caitlin and the baby, Taylin. So then I'll start answering some questions. What's going on, Chris? Hope you're well. I miss your wife. I don't miss you. Yes, Brett, we definitely do.
Hi, Chris.
Just a matter of time
Hi,
trying to get down to
Chris.
Florida.
Hi, Chris.
Grand opening of Air Force One. What's going on, Jay? This coming Saturday and the Carowin Sunday. Very nice, very nice. I might be at Carowin Sunday. My father's coming in town.
Ride? Who's that
So,
red ride?
I think that's Wildcats Revenge. But I don't know yet for sure.
But who's that guy?
Yes, I was gonna say D-Road Coasters. Austin, you
who's
better be
that guy?
vlogging.
Who's
I
that
don't
guy?
know who it is, Mason. Let's start with some questions. Frontier Coasters. So do you think other parks will try to replicate the spike movement that Cedar Fair is using? I mean, obviously, I think it's like the hottest thing right now, that and swing launch. So it's worked well with Pantheon as well as Totatis and Dragster. And I mean, I don't know if there's enough room for Accelerator down at Knott's, or I did a video a while back for King to Ka. It'd be really cool to see Ka get it eventually, but as the way Kyle's running right now, I don't want them to do anything with it because it's running so good. So hopefully Great Adventure does really well with that. Let's see here.
Daddy,
Do I think Dragster's new layout will affect Iron Dragon in a good way because it really creates some cool movements and visuals? Yes, you can say some words. Go ahead.
Fury's my favorite ride.
Yeah.
At Carowinds and Woodstock Express.
Yeah, but you don't ride Fury. You're not tall enough.
I know, but I like it because I like how fast it goes.
It does go fast.
I like the what to and the part that goes in the tunnel.
And every single time, let me see let me let my mom know.
Here comes the baby.
Come on in here. Show the little girl the earrings off.
I can't take the earrings off.
There, you sit on my lap for a minute. This is Caitlin.
Hi.
And Taylin.
Say hi. Say hi.
She can't see it because the acting.
Yeah, you can scoot up a little bit. We'll scoot that down a little bit. So that's the wife. That's baby. Yep. You want to ride roller coasters too? Yeah, you do. Yep.
Yeah.
So she just ate, so she's happy. Anyways, everyone says hello. We got the whole family. Yeah, I wanted to kind of bring them in here for a few minutes so she can kind of see exactly what goes on when I go live. Be sure to sit downstairs on the couch and watch me, then tease me about something or comment and everything else. So will you sneak the baby on Fury? I mean, if I was allowed to, absolutely, for sure.
No.
We'll see.
No, you would be scared.
Teen Turtle 02. Thoughts on the Wild Mouse at Cedar Point? It's a Wild Mouse. At least it spins.
Wild Mouse.
Your son has rode more roller coasters than I did, and I'm 36 and enthusiast. Yeah, he's probably been about 13 or 14.
That is 60, 78.
Awesome. Happy belated Mother's Day. Thank you as well, or you and anyone else who's a mother. Hey, Case Family Vlogs. It was great meeting you guys at Kings Island. And yes, I need to work on that video about what coasters mean to you. We've been very crazy the last 5 weeks, and it's been a lot of bouncing around. But they do good vlogs. I'll show you that. They're good. That's a new thing. Have I seen that one yet?
Yeah. My mom got her that little baby.
So any questions for the baby or Caitlin, ask, because they're on limited amount of time. I can't afford to keep them on too much longer because they charge per minute.
They're expensive.
Yeah, they're expensive.
No, mommy and Taylor are expensive.
Yeah.
To buy for
Does your wife ride roller coasters? I'll let you answer that.
I do. A lot more pre-kids. Pre-pregnancy. Pre-kids,
mommy and Taylor
but I do like them.
Mommy and Taylor are money.
Money. Yeah, she does. She's like a secret enthusiast where closet enthusiast. Yeah, like she rode Dollywood by herself for the first time in the front row. I was very proud of that moment. Back like when it was good in 2016. It was still good now, but when it was
I rode all
intense.
the big rides.
She still does, but now that you're feeling better, she'll be getting better. Hey, Katie's Coasters, Mason. There's Katie's Coasters, as you love her channel.
Thank you.
Hi, Katie.
Favorite
Katie's
parent,
Custers.
Mason. Robert Polk wants to know who
Hi.
your favorite parent is.
Hi, Katie Custers.
Is that you?
Yeah.
You like mommy or daddy better, Mason?
Daddy.
Hey, be nice. That was a joke. We like mommy better. Park
No,
Visions.
Daddy.
Caitlin, what's your favorite coaster?
Oh.
Of course, Fury.
Of course, Fury. Okay, we'll go Fury.
No, I think you like Velocicoaster.
Yes, actually, I love Velocicoaster because I love Jurassic Park.
You only have one ride on it, though. We need to change that.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
a good one.
But we'll see. Let's see.
That was Katie's Custers.
I don't know.
See,
They
I-
just chatted. I don't know. We don't see them. They
It
just
says
chat.
all love seeing the family. That's what she said.
See, that's their
Hi,
thing
Katie's,
here.
Hi, Katie's Custers.
Yeah.
At least you can read Mason.
Do you have any plans to come to any of the major Western parks at some point in the future, like Lagoon, Silverwood, or any of the Cali parks? We have a very good friend who lives out in Salt Lake City, so I would love to go up there for a weekend and do Lagoon. It just that's all there is out there coaster wise, so it's hard. I think 2024, I'm planning a West Coast Cali trip, maybe California's Great America, Magic Mountain, Knott's Berry Farm. I still need to get some stuff on there. Matt Carls, there's our buddy Matt right there. Okay, it says hi,
Matt.
Taylin, hi, Kate.
Where's Matt? Where's Matt?
So
He's right there.
Mick and me,
Hi,
I found
Katie's
theme park
Custers.
predictions through El Toro Ryan. Subscribe.
Hey, can
Thank
I
you
say
very
hi?
much. I greatly
Can I say
appreciate it.
hi
That was a
to
lot of fun.
Katie's Custers?
I'm talking, buddy.
You already said
I really enjoyed hanging out with Ryan. It was a lot of fun. She says hi, Mason, with a
Yeah.
smile face. That's her. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I do want to do Colorado too, and Silverwood looks amazing.
Alpengeist, masses, Alpengeist, masses.
Ah, no.
No.
So anyways, what do you think about Cannonball at Lagoon? I've never been on it, so it looks really good. I've heard great things about it. It's really hot in here.
Mhm.
I turned the air on, but we have a new house, and the air just, I think it's a bigger house. It takes longer for it
There's
to like.
also 4 of us right here.
Yeah. Let's see. Chris says hi, Matt. Chris is the guy I went to Air Force One with.
Hi, Chris.
How many credits do I have? Like 420, 415, something like that. Bruce Miller, 64. Steel Vengeance or Iron Gwazi? Iron Gwazi all the way. I actually have Air Force One over Steel Vengeance as well. It's great, don't get me wrong, but I just prefer it.
John says, first time at Carowinds Saturday. Any advice?
Yeah, ride with me. I don't know if I'll be there Saturday or not, but it's gonna be pretty busy.
Get there early.
Get there early if you can. You might need fast lane, you might not. The new area is really good, and it's a 10 o'clock close, so you'll get some good Fury rides in. And I just rode Fury. When was that? When we go? Sunday? No, Saturday. Saturday. It was running really, really, really good. Cedar Point tips going on Sunday. Just
And we ride the
go pick your nose. You're on live TV here. What the heck? You can't do what Daddy does. I'm just joking.
Gear spin. You rode gear
Yeah,
spin.
we rode the gear spin. Yeah, that was fun. As far as Cedar Point tips go, it's early on. Just be patient. Everyone's still learning. Might
Mommy
be a
riding
slower
Bunny and
lines, but
Taylor.
overall good park. I have a whole video on the tips about Cedar Point, so check that out. And it's broken up into chapters, so it'll be easier.
Thank you, Matt. Yes, everybody thumbs up the video.
Yeah, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Listen to Matt.
Good advice.
Who's Katie's Custers again?
Oh, she just chat. She might not be on the whole entire time, buddy. Let's see. Steel Vengeance, Millennium Force, or Dragster. I would go Steel Vengeance, then Dragster, then Millennium. My personal opinion. I do need to get up to King's Dominion to ride the retrack of Grizzly. I've heard it's fantastic. Thank you for stopping by Flint, Michigan Gaming. Let's see here. What do you think about what do you think Holiday World would do with the possibility of Kentucky Kingdom building a new coaster in the old T3 spot? Well, Kentucky Kingdom's already working on that Pilgrim's Plunge or Giraffica ride area, so they're probably planning something for next year. I don't know if it's a coaster or not, but it'd definitely be exciting.
Pipeline or makeup, Brandon?
Mako, 100%. Pipeline's good, but don't listen to overhype. There's a lot of channels out there, and I'm sorry, but I rode it, but like they overhype even the facial expressions in the thumbnail are like, this is the best thing ever. And it's a fun ride, don't get me wrong, but it's like overkill. The hype was a little overkilled. It's a good ride, very nice. It's probably my second favorite at SeaWorld behind Mako. And it's curious to see what the new ones, if there's any more of these built. There was quite a bit of rattle going on, but it was actually comfortable for guys. So that's good. Air Racers or Air Walker. I've yet to ride Air Racer yet. My mom's watching. Thanks. Hi, Mom.
My mom's
Hi,
on
Mom.
too somewhere.
No, she is. Say hi,
Yeah.
Grandma. Hi, Gigi.
Hi, TT. Where's TT?
Okay, see the
You have to
gold box
comment,
there?
Mom, so we can see you.
See the gold box?
Yeah.
That's from Matt. Say thank you for the donation, Matt.
That's right
Say
there.
thank you for the donation, Matt.
Thank you for the donation.
Or super
Matt.
chat, whatever it's called. Where do you now
Hi,
rank
Katie's
Orion,
coasters.
both overall
Hi,
rank
Katie's
of coasters
coasters.
and your KI coaster count? That's a good question. I went to Kings Island with Matt about a week and a half ago. We're going back in about 2 weeks. And Ryan's probably number 3 at Kings Island for me now. And overall, it doesn't crack my top 25, I don't think. I had to revisit that when I make my top 25 coaster video later in the year. But as of now, with all the new coasters I'm riding, I just prefer other rides like Pantheon and other stuff like that over it. So let's see. Bean Man, was the rattle worse in the front or the back row? I think it was. It went up. They only let us ride one time. That's kind of ridiculous for media day. Most media days, you go to the park, you can ride the ride as much as you want, or at least, in the allotted time that you have. But they just let all the media ride at once. And they had an ACE event earlier in the day, and you rode multiple times as much as you want for that time period. So I was kind of bummed out because we only got one ride, and a lot of the media drove far to get there, like or flew there. So it's kind of, a little frustrating, but it is what it is.
Bailey's watching. Allison's son. Say hi,
Oh.
Bailey.
What's going on,
Bailey.
Bailey? I got to meet you at Carowinds and ride a roller coaster with you. Nitro or Jersey Devil? Looping Thrill says Jersey Devil. I prefer that over Nitro. Here's
Any
Katie's.
advice on teething, John? New parent of 10-month-old.
Hi, Katie's coasters.
Oh yeah, do you have any advice?
Yeah.
Hi, Katie's
Oh, no,
coasters.
Get a teether and put it in the freezer, or get some of the soothers that you can fill with fruit and put them in the fridge and get a freezer,
Snack
get them
Katie's
cold, let them
coasters.
suck on it.
Hi, Snack Katie's
And then,
coasters.
it's only a couple days and then you're okay. Teething
Yeah.
doesn't last too long, right, Taylor?
What I do is just nuke them up with more milk before bedtime and knock their butt out. That way they sleep. So that worked for me.
You'll be fine.
Let's see. Favorite Tiger, thank you very much for the super chat. What is Tech Track is for the spotted in front of the Intamin? I think you mean like the track that was seen in front of the what's it called? Intamin's fabrication plant. Is that correct? Please comment below. I definitely want to answer that. But I did a video on that because a lot of it matches up with Dragster. Now that some people are saying it could be for the Fast and Furious roller coaster coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. That very well could be, but they just started land clearing. So I don't think that coaster is supposed to open up till like 2026, 27. So that just seems so far away for a ride. Yeah, he is.
Just kidding.
But-
You're welcome, John. I'm glad it's working.
So yeah. So anyways,
We got a lot of
Look
a lot of material going on.
yeah, we have a lot.
at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyways, it'll be interesting. It could very well be for Dragster. It could very well be for Fast and Furious. I don't know. But I think that it aligns up nicely with Dragster already with the crane on site. They're already working heavily on obviously going full steam ahead for the project. So you connect both dots. It makes a lot of sense. It could very well be for Hollywood, but I think that track is too primed and ready for a coaster that's still 3 years out. But I've been wrong in the past, and I could be wrong on that too. It's fun to speculate. Cowboy Coasters. Have you ever been to Six Flags Over Texas? Yes, back in 2010 when New Texas Giant was under construction.
Hi, Katie's coasters.
So I've never been on it. Mason, you already said hi. Any other baby questions from my wife? Any parents out there?
Yeah, you
She's
want to tell me
great.
she pooped because I think she pooped.
No.
No, I guess
Joys of
that's okay.
parenthood. Hey, don't hit too hard, buddy.
She's just happy about it. Oh yeah, she pooped. All right.
What is better, Son of Beast, Wicked, or Vortex? I'll go Wicked Twister, Vortex, Son of Beast in that order. Been on all three. That's what I prefer. Do you think Falcon's flight will ever open as intended? Yeah, it could, I guess. I don't know. So,
We're outta here.
are you out? All right,
Yeah,
say goodbye to them.
Bye.
All right, Mason, why don't you go with mommy so I can chat?
I want to go.
Well, you can stay for a few more minutes. A few more minutes.
Can I go on my turn?
Do you dress your kids in that god-awful merch you make? Yes, I do. Heck yeah. Look, he's wearing it right now, Alex. It's god-awful merch. Let me tell you. You like your shirt? You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that matters to me. Hey, Park Visions, take care, bro. Hope you're well, man. Let's see. I have not. Let's see here. Do you see that Busch Garden, or do you see Busch Gardens Tampa getting a sister Dark Coaster type ride?
Yeah, dark coaster.
Considering it rains every day in the peak season, I mean, I wish they would, but I don't. They'd have to build a building for it. But I feel like the coaster is definitely coming. Soon.
But dark coaster at Busch Gardens is like inside.
Thank you, Katie's
like,
coasters. I'm wearing the same one, I think.
No, he's riding
No,
Fury.
but she is with this too.
Yeah.
Matt Carl says Alpengeist.
Stop.
Let's see. Jay, Brandon, do you think that it would be a good idea to relocate Intimidator 305 from King's Dominion from Michigan's Adventure to Michigan's Adventure, considering King's Dominion is neglected by Cedar Fair due to the competition? I actually disagree with that. I don't think King's Dominion's neglected at all. Their new area is phenomenal. I don't really care for Tumbili really, but they're really investing into that park, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds. Now, I think if the next coaster is mediocre or small, then I would more agree with you. But what they've done with Grizzly is made it a top 3 coaster in the park, top 4. So they've done really well with Grizzly, and I really like it a lot. Hey, Monkey's Path, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Daddy, I'm going to go out and get my roller coaster and come
All
back.
right, go. Yep, Minion, come here, Minion, come here. You got to meet the dog, too. This is our first kid. This is Minion. He's my little boy. He's 10. We rescued him in Orlando. Yep, say hi, Minion.
And he's
Yep. He's what?
He's
He does not ride roller coasters, though he's rode the
No.
train at Knoebels, because Knoebels is very pet friendly, and that park is just awesome.
yeah, but I'm going to go get a roller coaster.
Oh, you go do that. You go do that. Let's see. Do you agree Fastlane has ruined Cedar Point? I mean, yes and no. I think they sell too many, potentially, but that's how the parks make a lot of money. So when they're charging $150, $200 for it, people are still buying it. I don't go to Cedar Point enough to really be able to answer that question with knowing everything. But like Carowinds and the other parks, I don't see it's good and bad. I mean, it's benefits for people that want to be able to buy it. And honestly, like I'm 39 years old. I turned 40 in like 2 weeks. I know I'm crazy old, but my whole life, up until last year, really, I was never able to afford fast lane passes or skip the line passes or whatever. And so I waited hours and hours and hours of my life doing it that way. So, I mean, now it's nice because I'm able to do it without it. And I can buy the fast lane or the express, with obviously if it's within reason. That way I can go get footage and content and skip some lines and have more time to get all the vlogging and the photos done. All right, your massage is over. All right, say goodbye, Minion. Say goodbye. That's Minion. Yeah, say bye. You're supposed to say bye. You're supposed to look up here. All right, you go back downstairs. Good boy. All right. Anyways, now everyone's seen the family. Let's see here. You can walk from Steel Vengeance to Raptor in 10 minutes. That's pretty impressive. I just spilled tons of water. Whoops. Hopefully no one saw that. All right, let's see here. Can you share the Google Maps link for the track? Yeah, let me try to find that. I'm still here and just let me see if someone sent it to me Twitter. All right, let's see here. Where's it at? There it is. I'm still here. Sorry, I'm trying to find this link here. I will share it in the comments. Here we go, right here. Mason, be careful, please.
For you.
Anyways, let's get back to answering some questions. So this should work here. Let me go back to my live stream, wherever it's at. All right, here we go. That's the Google link. Will it not let me say it? Send it? Oh, it's too many characters. Here, how about this? I will send you the coordinates.
Oh, it's Brandon.
Let's see here. Trying to find the coordinates to the what's it called? The track for the Dragster. There we go. All right, here. Let's see here. Julius, thank you very much for the super chat. Do you think War at Six Flags America will ever get the RMC treatment? You know, it's funny. I don't know. Like, that part confuses me because they closed down a few attractions, and then all of a sudden they are adding a water coaster this year. And I like the water coaster. I like that. Next year, I'd heard on Screamscape this morning, I was reading. Now, not everything's true, but there's apparently signs in the park saying the kid area is going to get expanded with select rides, but they're just going to be moving the rides from the old Thomastown area onto the actual into the actual newer kid area, or the older kid area, I'm sorry, to make it larger. So they're just relocating the rides from one part of the park to the next. So I would love it to see if Six Flags America get, War become an RMC. That'd be legit cool. Paint it black, have it like dark blue support or track, or dark purple track. Like, oh, there's a lot of cool things they could do with that. I would be all for that. All right, let's look here and see. Coaster Cat, how you doing? Happy late birthday. I hope you guys have fun at Canada's Wonderland or at Kings Island this weekend. Would I like to see a new roller coaster manufactured by RMC? If so, where should it be opened? It's a good question. I mean, any park could really benefit from an RMC. I would really like to see like Holiday World do something with them, just because Holiday World's just awesome. But I don't know if they'd actually want to go that intense. But then again, Voyage is pretty intense, so it'll be pretty cool to see. I would love to see it. Any park again could really do well with that. Thank you, John, for the super chat. How likely is it for Maverick to get new Intamin trains if they're working together again? I mean,
Dragster's the goodest stuff.
Yeah, Top Throw Dragster. Yeah, I think that Mason's playing with this roller coaster, and he's making a roller coaster in the background. Do not look into that light. No. I'll turn it off if you do it again. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Now hurt your eyes. Anyways, I think it's possible. I don't mind the Maverick trains. They're much better than the old hard shell clam, whatever it was, restraints that really hurt your neck. So the little vest things are much better. So yeah, maybe as long as the experience will be better. So it would, because Velocicoaster and Pantheon trains are phenomenal. So we'll see. Your rank of Top Throw Dragster when it was open, I think I had it like 3rd or 4th in the park. So I really do enjoy it. Hey, the Coaster Scorpion. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. I know you got trips planned, Brandon, but other than those, you got other trips you're planning. Mason starts school in August, so we're trying to do a family beach trip in June. And then we're going to Ohio next week to visit my family. And we'll do Kings Island, of course. I'm going to Texas the second weekend of June for the roller coaster rodeo for Fiesta. Cannot wait for that. And July, I'm trying to I have to get back down to ride Air Force One at some point. So got to do that. It'd be really cool. I really love that ride, and I want to ride it on a 95-degree day when it's like hot. It'd be so cool. Wish, hopefully, one day. He's too short, obviously, but I really want to take my wife down there. Hey, the Coaster Dan, or Dan the Coaster Man. Sorry, it's been a long day. I've been up since 6, and I've cranked out 2 videos today. One on this channel, one on my other channel. All right, stop. And it's been nuts. Let's see here. Scream and Swing or Giant Discovery? Man, that's a really good question. I can't answer that because I love both. I don't know. That's such a tough. Like, I guess I'm gonna compare the biggest one that I've ridden was the Serengeti Flyer, Busch Gardens, Tampa, and the biggest Discovery is probably one of the ones at the Six Flags parks, I guess. Though I really like the Black Widow at Kennywood. That was my favorite one, I think. That thing just seemed like it was just going crazy when I rode it last. When was that? Last May, right after Cedar Point with East Coasters. So that was a great. I don't know. I guess both. I can't say both. I'll go with. I'm gonna go Scream and Swing by a slight margin. I just love the little lap bar and everything else. And I really, really like Finnegan's Flyer at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. The one where you sit facing the ravine. That's even better. All right.
So who do we have?
Yeah, I don't know. Tony Clark's been teasing a lot of things with Dragster, and obviously there's a lot of it's just smoke. A lot of it could be real,
We have
but
this,
it could be 488, could be
we have
taller,
this
could be
mini,
shorter. We'll see.
Superhero guy. And his head pops.
His head pops off. Next major park to go
That's
back to
creepy,
Intamin.
right?
I would love to see.
And then it goes to a portal.
I mean, I would love to see Carowinds. I know they don't have an Intamin coaster, but man, I would love an Intamin at Carowinds. But as far as existing parks that already have an Intamin, it's a good question. I'm gonna go with. I would really like to see Six Flags New England open up a great multi-launch coaster of some type. They already have Superman, add a great multi-launch, something like mini Velocicoaster scale. Obviously, don't exaggerate that. Mini. But Intamin has some really cool multi-launch looking coasters that are available. So that are obviously a lot cheaper than Velocicoaster. Let's see here. Mason's the cutest co-host. Thank you, Barb. Hey, Grandma says hi. Say hi to Grandma. Say hi, Grandma. I love you.
Grandma.
Say hi. She's right here in the red. It's not her picture, but just a little bee.
Hi, Grandma.
Say hi, Grandma. I love you.
Hi, Grandma. I love you.
Thank you. Australian trip. I would love to go to Australia. I've always said if I had to move to any other country, I'd move to Australia. So they have big spiders, and I don't do spiders. But I definitely want to go ride DC Rivals and Steel Taipan and all the other ones over there. And it just looks like a solid, and Leviathan. So definitely, I think I'll do Europe first. It just depends on, do I bring the whole family? Because I want to go for coasters and then go with the family again. So I'll probably just go with some friends and do coasters to one of them. And then once Mason's old enough, maybe bring Mason. We'll see. Hey, Brandon, what's up, Brandon? Hey, what's up, Brandon? How you doing? Oh, this guy, Tavi. Tavi says they're the owner of Cedar Point, and they can tell you everything about Dragster. Sweet, let's go. When do I plan on returning to Cedar Point? I did not make it to Cedar Point on opening day, unfortunately. So it's in the works. I'm definitely going because that's one reason why I bought the all-season fast lane was to go. So hopefully it'll be soon, probably at this point, maybe September, October. Mason starts school in August, so it might be one of those weekends after that. Once he's settled, just drive up Friday, come back Sunday type of thing. But we'll see. I think you moved my light, Mason, because I have a glare. Let's move this here. There we go. I think that's a little better. Let's see here. Coaster Boy Fanatic. Would you like to see a B&M wing coaster located at Great Adventure? I mean, sure. That's a high capacity ride. The GP would love it. So it's not what I would want to see added or I would add, but I can see it making sense for the park for sure. But we'll see. Favorite coaster ever, Iron Gwazi, hands down. Yeah, all season fast lane. It was like $1,000, but last year I didn't have it. And when I travel to the parks, you have to go and get content. You have to go do vlogging. You have to get some rides in, of course. And so it just takes up a lot of time. So last year I probably spent over $1,000 just to skip the lines. So I told my wife and talked to her before I bought it and said, look, I'm spending this money anyways. And we might as well just invest for me for this. We don't have it for the kids or anything like that. But once they're old enough, 4 or 5 years, we'll probably do that. Zambezi Zinger looks phenomenal. That is a sleeper hit. I got to get out to Worlds of Fun. I don't think it's going to be this year, but I was out in the Midwest last year, and that was wonderful. So hopefully maybe next year. But it looks really, really good. The Monkey's Path. Where does Fury rank in your favorites? It's probably my favorite re-rideable coaster. No, Iron Gwazi is. And Air Force One is. I would say, I think I had, Matt, you were there with me when I did that on the live after Air Force One. I would say Fury, I think, is 4 now, because it was 3. So I think it's 4. Do I believe that Top Thrill will have extended layout? 100%. Obviously, they're building a spike. There's the footers are already there for it. So I'm excited for the future of that. Rendering of the new Dragster and the theme. I mean, Jennifer, we think it's we've heard everything. So it could be a space theme, could be a racing theme. Yeah, say hi, Jennifer. So we'll see. That's a good question, Brady. Would you ever consider working at a park again? It's funny because whenever I visit the park, I've worked in operations for 8 years, worked on a lot of big time roller coasters and other exhibits and attractions. Your iPad's at 1%, bud, so it's dead. So why don't you play on mine? And actually, you go downstairs. Mommy will plug it in. I'm going to go continue this for the next 30 minutes. Okay, well, here, look. Here, come here. This is the charger. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Sit down below me and charge it. And let me have it.
Well, I can use your iPad.
Oh, I just said that. But you can't have the volume on, though. So if you want to play something without any noise, you can.
I can't.
But then you're going to go downstairs. Anyways, sorry about that. Matt Carls. Let's just drive up from Texas to Sunday to Cedar Point. We can go all night. It'll be fine. Yeah, but what about SeaWorld San Antonio? I got to ride Texas Stingray. I've not been there since 2010. Is B&M dead? No, definitely not. I mean, B&M's still building coasters, and Surf Coaster was fun. Jerry, cute son, thank you. That's my man Mason. Is Valley Fair worth a day trip? Yes, 100%. Valley Fair is really good park, solid park, good rides. Back to the question, I almost forgot. Working at the parks. I'm a stay-at-home dad, and daycare is crazy expensive. We're talking like $1,200 a week or a month per kid. We have 2. That adds up a lot. So I definitely, that was never really a thing for me to do that because we'd have to get daycare and it wouldn't make any sense financially for us. So it comes down to no. I'm glad I'm a part of the industry again, and now I can help people put a smile on people's faces, help them with their own confidence, as well as promote the parks. I try to provide a very positive channel, and I do a lot of recommendation videos about how to have the best day at certain parks, and I like that more than working at a park. Even though with the current staffing situation and the parks being slammed by people not wanting to work, or even though some of the employees just look like they have no idea what they want to do, or even like they want to be there. And I'm like, you have the best job ever. Enjoy it. But I'm not going to get back in working in the park, unfortunately. Do you ever see a B&M coming to Australia? I mean, possibly. B&Ms are pretty expensive. And, but it all depends on what park is out there. The thing about Australia is there's only like 3 or 4 parks that would be able to afford a B&M. So we'll see. Did I operate Kraken? No, I wanted to. I told them, please get me on Kraken because the crew back in 2010, they weren't that efficient, but they. I worked on the most notable rides for me. I worked on the Beast of Kings Island. That's where I started out. I did Racer, Top Gun back when it was Paramount, Adventure Express, and then over at Six Flags New England, I did Superman, Ride of Steel, Batman, Cyclone, I believe. I think Thunderbolt, and let's see, what else did I do there? Pandemonium and Flashback. And then when I went down to Universal, I did Dueling Dragons, Unload, and like the queue positions. And then I went over to SeaWorld and I did the Sky Tower, which was actually fun. That was actually really enjoyable to be a part of the Sky Tower. And then I was in charge of Happy Harbor, which is like 8 or 9 kid rides. That was stressful. That was a lot of work. And then I went to Shamu Stadium and I worked the stadium for about 9 or 10 months, right when the accident happened with Tillicum and Don Branshaw. So that was a very scary moment there with everything that happened with that. But it was definitely fun to be a part of SeaWorld and see what goes on behind the scenes. Let's see. Alan Trotter, what's going on, man? Has Orion cracked your top 25 yet? No. When do you see Kings Island getting a new roller coaster? I just posted a video on that yesterday. I would say 2025, but more like 2026 probably. Favorite coaster YouTuber besides yourself? It's hard. I don't really like have a whole lot of time to like watch other channels. I love a lot of the younger up and coming channels that I kind of like help mentor and help, help them out as much as I can with knowledge. But obviously, like El Toro Orion's great. I really, really like OK Coasters. He hasn't done a video in a while, but I really love his production and the time he puts into the videos. And yeah, the Airtime Thrills is good, of course. And that's real. Again, I don't really have a whole lot of time to like watch other channels, but there's a lot of really cool channels that aren't that big that will get big soon that I'm really excited for the future of them. Regarding the Kings Island coaster, front gate or vortex spot, probably vortex. I would love to see a front gate, but probably vortex. Let's see. Have you heard about the survey happening at the Kingswood Theater at Canada's Wonderland? Maybe a 2025 coaster coming? Probably. I've not heard about it, but I know that concert venue is getting torn down or not used anymore. My son's playing roller coaster tycoon. Hey, do not build any bridges. That costs money. Okay. Thank you. Anyways, but it's interesting too with Valley Fair. Apparently, there's a lot of land clearing going on behind Renegade and between the Renegade and the Rapids and Excalibur. So, will that be a coaster? I don't know. That's a huge flooding issue in that park. So, I don't know. They really want to build a roller coaster back there, but who knows? Let's see here. What's the most likely next big move for Magic Mountain? That's a good question. I really don't know. There's a lot of different things they can do with that park. I think we have to keep our eye on Viper. I think the days are numbered, and possibly Ninja. I just think Arrow's suspended coasters by 10 years from now, there might be only 1 or 2 left here in America. Have you ridden Pipeline, the surf coaster? Yes, I did. I did on Thursday. It was fun. We only got 1 ride on it, unfortunately. But what the 1 ride I did ride, I definitely enjoyed it. So it was Mason. You're out of juice, but you're done. You're about to go to bed in 20 minutes, buddy. Yeah, JJ the Awesome, a young up and coming enthusiast. Your son is, yeah, he loves it, which is great. The whole family does. My wife, again, she's kind of quiet about it. She won't say it as much, but when she does, I'm like, oh, that is so beautiful and sexy when you talk roller coasters to me. Let's see here. Superman is the next big coaster that will go for Magic Mountain. Wow, Alan Trotter is really going bold here tonight. I could see that. That thing costs a ton of money to launch. each time, I'd imagine, and it's really loud. And it really is the most appealing thing for families when you're trying to enjoy the kid area located right below it. Then what? Every 2 minutes you hear the giant, crazy loud noise. Maybe not. Maybe so. Let's see. Will you ride Zambezi Zinger? Yes, of course. Just a matter of getting out there. Sorry, I can't talk tonight, apparently. Kings Island will open an intimate blitz in the Vortex plot by 2028. I would say 2026. Let's see here. Magic Mountain versus Great Adventure. Magic Mountain all the way. I really don't like Great Adventure that much. I like my friends that live near the park. I like Harley Quinn riding with my son. El Toro's great. Kingda Ka's great. And Jersey Devil's good. Nitro's good. Batman's okay. And that's everything else is pretty much a clone. Do you ever think Arizona would get a theme park? Mattel Adventure Park is taking insanely long. That's actually a very good question for Matt Carls because he lives in Arizona. So Matt, why don't you answer that one? But I hope they do. If they do, they need to add a boomerang. And I would add like dueling boomerangs at the same time. Maybe have one be indoors, have a tunnel or something. Matt Carls, thank you for the super chat. Would you rather ride a boomerang twice or an SLC? Well, you got to give me more specifics here. What boomerang and what LSC? What LSC? I can't talk again. What's your favorite coaster at Kings Island and same for Cedar Point, Mystic, and Maverick? Let's see. What are the odds that Busch Gardens Tampa has a hotel room by 2026? I think it's fairly, I think it's about 3 years away. So as long as they start construction within the next year, that's very possible. Hopefully, they definitely need it. Do you think Vertigo at Kings Island will be removed soon? Alvin, I think it's maybe 5 to 10 years out. I could see that ride maybe getting relocated to Michigan's Adventure or maybe like a Valley Fair. But definitely could see that getting removed as well as Congo Falls, tear down the main entrance, and then really opening the whole area up with the whole new front gate coaster. Shiropa, I think that's it. Thank you so much. What is the best coaster? Thanks for the super chat. My favorite coaster is Iron Gwazi. But what's the best coaster? I mean, that could be a lot of different things. My best themed coaster is Velocicoaster, like the full experience, waiting in the queue line, riding it, all the theming elements is great. I think probably my favorite coaster memory was riding Air Force One 36 times in 2 days, and all the airtime we got was just phenomenal. So I really feel as if that, Iron Gwazi is just amazing. Hyper happy. Where do you live and what's your house address? Well, I'm not going to give you my house address. And I live in, let's see, where do I live? Where do we live, Mason? Oh, I know where we live. We live in Hawaii. No, we live near Carowinds. Let's see here. Do you think that thank you, ZP33T. Appreciate it. Do you think that Top Thrill Dragster's layout will be extended more than just adding the spike? Example, Kaz Hill after the top hat. Also, shout out Buzz Bars. Yes, hey, what's up, bro? We've been chatting on Twitter all day. Thank you. Buzz Bars is a great coaster club. So if you want to find a fun coaster club, it's cheap, it's fun, and there's great people there, and young, old, and whether you drink or not, it's a great event. It's a great organization to be a part of. That's the only coaster club that I'm involved with. So I always like helping them out. But they do all sorts of great coaster events all throughout the year. So check out Buzz Bars. But as far as Dragster's layout, that's tough. I would love to see them do something on the tail end after the top hat. Whether it's like a 0G roll or a stall or even like a dive loop or even an airtime hill at this point. I don't think it will happen, but I can wish. Let's see. Waldemere acquired something like 14 additional acres last week. Yeah, that was crazy. I love Waldemere. If you've never been to Waldemere, you got to go because Ravine Flyer 2 is phenomenal. I love Ravine Flyer 2. Let's see here. Corkscrew needs melted down into a dragster support. I mean, can't go wrong with that. I can't say no. I agree to that. Let's see. Which is better in your opinion, Diamondback or Intimidator at Carowinds? Diamondback all the way. Are you worried about Falcon's Fury? Yeah, I am because Busch Gardens Williamsburg just removed their drop tower that was only like 13 or 14 years old. It might not be accurate, but close to that. So they removed it, and then all of a sudden, other parks are removing theirs. Some parks are. So there's a lot of issues with it. I've yet to ride it, unfortunately. So I hope they don't. But we'll see. Shurup, thank you very much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. What is your favorite layout in a theme park? That's a very, very good question. I would have to say, let me go. I really like Kings Island. Kings Island's layout was built after Disney's layout. Like it was modeled after the Magic Kingdom, where it's like the bicycle wheel, where you have the Eiffel Tower in the middle, then everything else is like the spokes going out, and there's a giant wheel around the center of the park. So it's like easy to hop from one end of the park to the next. I absolutely love that. I think it's really great to be able to get from Orion to the Beast pretty quickly, or Mystic to Banshee, and you just cut right through. I really like Kings Island's layout. I also really, really like what's it called? I just had it. Dollywood's. Dollywood's is kind of annoying because you have to walk around the entire mountain if you want to go somewhere. But just being a part of like walking through the mountains and seeing everything, I just really, really like it. And how everything's like tucked away and it's built interacting with the terrain. But as far as that goes, Kings Island for sure. Yeah, there's I don't mind Knott's Berry's farm layout because it's pretty easy to get through and get around places. But I also like the setting of the park. That's why I like Silver Dollar City. That layout's crazy. Like I get lost every time. But I really like Kings Island. If I had to pick best layout, I'd probably go Kings Island. Though I also like Great America's layout, California's as well as Six Flags, because you can start one side and just do a giant loop around, and it's great. Shurupa, thank you very much. So whatever Tavi asks, and I will pay you. Or say whatever Tavi asks, and I will pay you. Well, I don't know if you want to do that. And Vertigo is the top 5 ride. No, not for me at least. Is King's Dominion is better than King's Island? I will say I like King's Dominion setting better than King's Island's for sure. I love all the trees. What is the most re-rideable coaster at King's Island? That's the beautiful thing about King's Island. They're all re-rideable. Like Diamondback is so good. Mystic, Orion, Banshee, the list goes on. Don't sleep on the Bat. I love the Bat. It's really good. Get the back row, like the last car, but the front car, the last car, so you have more leg room. And when you go down the first drop, put your hands down like on your lap. It's just a great little puff of air over the top hill. It's great. Jackrabbit is really good. Yes, Zach, I do like Jackrabbit at Kennywood. That's a really good ride. Raptor or Banshee? I'm going to go Banshee. I like Banshee a lot. I like Raptor too. That's a good question. Let's see. I have a favorite coaster. Yes, Coaster Scorpion. I do. That's okay. You're allowed to rant to me. I appreciate it. Hope school's going well and college will be great next year for you. We need a taller roller coaster in the UK. The next one is Project Exodus. But at least you're getting that. That Mach Hypercoaster looks amazing. So at least you have that. I will say that ride, I'm going to have to get out there 2025 at this point because that really does look good. I wish it was longer, though. It's going to be like an Orion for me. Like, Orion's fun. And just when I'm really into Orion, you hit the brake run. So I feel like Project Exodus is the same thing where that crazy first drop, which could possibly be the best first drop on any coaster. Then you have like the 2 or 3 elements, then you have a few airtime hills, and it's over with. So I wish it was a little bit longer. What is the most likely next RMC conversion? I wish I could say Hurler at Carowinds, though it's not going to be. There's a lot of different rides that could benefit, like Boss at Six Flags St. Louis. I'd even go as far as saying like, oh, it just slipped my mind. Oh, even like Timberwolf at Worlds of Fun. Like, there's a lot of other ones too, but there's any wooden coaster, as far as I'm concerned, that's rough, that does not get the Titan track or the gravity group or GCI treatment. RMC it, baby. It's time. I would be fine with Wildcat at Lake Compounds getting RMC'd. I don't care if it's an older coaster. Like, it beats you up. Get something in there that's not going to beat you up. But who knows? Oh, cool, Spike. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you. I appreciate the support for the merch. Alan, it's not. Get it out of your head. Yes, you're right, Alan. It is still possible for Hurler to get RMC'd, but it's not going to be for a while. Hate to break it to you. Let's see here. Yeah, John, I wish I could go to Cedar Point. I don't know when I'll be up there. Probably fall, maybe. We'll see. Yes, American Eagle. That's the one I was thinking of, actually, Matt. Yeah, American Eagle at Great America. Like, I know you have Goliath there, but who cares? The world can never have too many RMCs. A Cedar Point coaster lover, do you think the arcade, dance hall, and Kitty Kingdom will be removed from Cedar Point in the next 5 years? Definitely Kitty Kingdom. I just don't see how, with the staffing shortages, you can operate that many rides that do pretty much the exact same thing when the park already offers 2 other kid areas. It doesn't make sense business-wise as well as a staffing standpoint. So I can see them definitely removing all or most of those rides. RMC Woodstock Express. Matt, no, my son loves it. So maybe when he's older, maybe sure, but yeah. Trent Boring controlled. It's different, Matt. Yeah, you do. The SeaWorld president confirmed that there'll be 2 hotels by 2026. Which 2 parks do you predict them going to? That's tough. I definitely could see SeaWorld Orlando and Busch Gardens Tampa be the guinea pigs. I mean, the market's right there. Though I think like SeaWorld San Antonio would be a good spot for it because there's no other really hotels, I don't think, like right next to the park. So maybe they'll go that direction with it, but definitely Busch Gardens Tampa. Let's see here. Is hold on. Sorry. Is RMC Son of Beast actually going to happen, or are they just trolling us? I mean, I feel like there's just trolling. I don't see anything really serious with that as of now. That's a good question, Alan. Besides coasters, what is the one thing that you would change or do at Carowinds? I would really focus on making the Carolina Harbor a better water park overall. I would add a water coaster and add some more water slides, high capacity slides. There's only one slide there that you can ride as a family together. So definitely would like to see that. Yeah, Alvin says it's a hot take, but maybe Kings Island will work with Intamin if Dragster is indeed working with, or Intamin's working on Dragster. I could definitely see that as well. Let's see. Do I think RMC could RMC an old steel coaster? Here's a crazy thought. What if RMC would RMC Wild Thing at Valley Fair? or even like Mamba at Worlds of Fun. You already have all the steel supports there. Same concept, just all steel opposed to the wood. Now, obviously, those are the biggest rides there, so I don't think they'll ever do that. But just like a crazy concept of, oh, that's an interesting thought. I don't think they would possibly do it, but you never know. The thing about RMC is I don't think that they have really limits. So if a park wants something, I think they're going to try to do whatever they can to do it. And that's great. Yeah, Waldemir's Waldemir's water coaster looked fantastic. I'm really excited to see that little park get such a unique water park attraction, while Cedar Fair is yet to even try to build a water coaster. Well, at an outdoor park. Do I think Epic Universe has a shot at being the best overall theme park, amusement park in the U.S.? 100%. That park is going to change the game, and it's going to literally really, really make Disney sweat. And I think that there's just so much that that park is going to offer. And now Universal has 3 major parks plus 1 water park. And Disney, there's no signs of them doing a 5th park or even adding a lot to their current parks at the moment. So we'll see. I'm not a Disney person. I'm not really a fan of the parks. I mean, I respect them for what they are and stuff, but I'm more of a roller coaster thrill ride type of guy. So we have no intention of bringing our kids to Disney at this point because we'd rather go to Universal and everything else. 100 rides at Kings Island. You can do it. I know you can. Yeah, Kalahari and Sandusky, Zach, is the best water park out there for sure. I think Cedar Point would put on Titan Track on Blue Streak? I don't know, though. I don't think Blue Streak's that rough. I enjoy Blue Streak. So I don't think they would unless it is, unless they come somehow need to. Steel Vengeance or Iron Gwazi? Iron Gwazi 100%. So for sure. Yeah, Blue Streak is not that rough. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's a good comment here. I saw your video about Top Thrill Dragster that I put out today with the blue track orange support coaster being manufactured at the Intamin plant overseas. And could it be for the new Fast and Furious coaster? Well, to my knowledge, that Fast and Furious coaster is not opening until 2025 or 2026, maybe even later than that. And it's obviously 2023. So I feel like the timetable for that is very, very, we're still a year too soon. So I do not think that's for the Fast and Furious. People say, well, that's what the rendering showed, blue track and orange supports. That's true. But renderings don't mean anything because you have the Falcon's Flight, the world's tallest roller coaster, have black track and supports in the renderings. And then lo and behold, when they're building it, it's all white track and white support. So I don't buy that. So we'll see. And if you missed, buddy. Let's see here. Yeah, the Jungala area, Busch Gardens, Tampa, because they definitely have a lot of markings going on and some stuff like that. Because now I hear Sand Serpent's not getting removed at this point. So I think it's definitely in the future, but not right now. So I don't know. I think something's happened at Busch Gardens, Tampa. The new coaster is going to be over where Jungala is or where Sand Serpent and those kiddie rides in Phoenix was located. But right now, 2 weeks ago, I would have said it's going to be over where the Sand Serpent is. But now, knowing from my friends from We the Coasters, send me some pictures, and it's like, well, it looks like they're doing something with the Jungala area, which definitely needs something. So we'll see. Furman Brown, what websites do you read for the daily theme park news? I've been looking at Screamscape probably since 95, 96, whenever it first came out. So I'm partial to that. Obviously, it's not all accurate, but he does get some. Hold on, Mason. He does get some stuff right. But I don't really check websites. I just go and I just go and kind of get whatever I can find on social media. I prefer Twitter out of all social medias. That's my favorite one I use, and really the only one I really am active in. Or I'll have friends send me stuff that they see. So that's kind of how it works for me, which I'm blessed to say I can have that. Let's see here. Robert Polk, will Wildcats Revenge make what? Yeah, you guys stop spamming now, please. Thank you. Cedar Fair or SeaWorld? Cedar Fair, just better operations, better parks overall. I love a good SeaWorld park and the Busch Gardens parks, but definitely not over Cedar Fair. Let's see here. If you could choose, what coaster would go to Busch Gardens Tampa? I would love a Hyper or a Giga. I know. Guazi's a Hyper technically, but a traditional B&M Hyper that has a bunch of airtime, floating airtime would be great for that park. Or an Intamin. When you go to Texas next month, will you get some real chili? Yeah, possibly. It all depends where Matt takes me. So if Matt takes me to get chili in Texas, I'll get chili in Texas. But I'm definitely excited to get some brisket and some barbecue and some Mexican. It's gonna be fun. What do you think of Son of Beast Field logo? Brandon, what do you think of the Son of Beast logo being all over Kings Island? I mean, they're obviously trolling because I just don't feel as if the coaster's going to go to the Son of Beast location. There's two other locations in the park that seem better fit, the Vortex as well as the front of the park. All right, we have about 5 more minutes here, guys, and I have to go put my son to bed. Spike, because Skyline Chili's garbage, man. That's fighting words, man. Skyline Chili's legit good. I get it though. It's not for everyone, so I respect that, and it's an acquired taste. But whenever I go to Ohio, I get like 2 or 3 times. I love it. Okay.
Are you done?
No, hold on. All right, let's see here. So I had to put some people in timeout for spamming. Bring Thunder Road back to Carowinds and RMC it. Yes, Chris, I 100% agree. Yes, for sure. What are your predictions for the updated Lift Hill show scene on Adventure Express at Kings Island and when it reopens this summer? I hope they don't mess with the guys that go dun because that was always fun. So hopefully they'll keep those, but add more visuals or sound effects, maybe some fog. It'd be really cool to see. Let's see here. Dark coaster capacity seems terrible. Yes, it's 10 riders per train. I think 2 trains. Now, I'm not that smart. I'm from Ohio, and 10 riders per train for one of the busiest theme parks in the world. Now, obviously, there's limitations there with being indoors, and they didn't want to expand the building for the dark coaster footprint, but still. That ride has probably the worst capacity for any coaster at any major theme park, I would have to say. Do you really believe that 100% of the Top Toe Dragster track is getting removed from the top hat and replaced, or just what has been removed is what so far? Basically, yeah, I think all track is gone. I think whatever company is doing it, I really feel as if it's Intamin is going to get all new track. Think about it. This roller coaster is a new ride. Everything about this ride is going to be new, except the supports of the top hat. So why invest in new track for the spike and the launch and the brake run, but keep the old track for the top hat? I just don't feel as if that's a good business move, or the longevity of the ride as well, since the coaster is already 20 years old and you're dealing with nasty winters in Ohio, plus all the winds on Lake Erie and just a lot of different things there. So we'll see. All right, 2 more minutes.
Okay, Dad.
Do I think Alton Towers is going to remove Oblivion permanently or retrack it? That's a good question. I really feel like that's like the first B&M dive coaster, so there's a lot of history with that. But the ride doesn't do a whole lot. Like I've yet to ride it, but look at the POVs and the layout. You drop. The drop looks good. It's not that tall, but the drop is goes really far underground. Then you have the cool turn. Then another turn, then brake run. So it all depends what they could build in its replacement in that area. If they could build anything, so I would say they probably just rebuild it just to save some money. And that park is all, that park is already kind of restricted as far as the height goes. Will Wildcats Revenge help make Hershey Park a top 5 park in the U.S.? I already feel as if it is coaster-wise. So, what is your coaster count? I think like 415. I really need to go back and update it. 415, 420, something like that. Late to the live. Thoughts on the new trains that will be used for the new Top Thrill? Hopefully, it's the new Intamin trains that we see on Pantheon as well as Velocicoaster. Yeah, Park Visions. Go follow Park Visions. He's great. Great channel. So please go give him a sub. And he's a good guy. Yeah, it's great seeing you as well. Take care, bro. Glad you have fun at Cedar Point and Kings Island. When do you think Cedar Fair will be faced with the decision of retracking or removing Rougarou? And will they remove it or retract it? I think that they will possibly retract it, but it will not reopen at Cedar Point. I think once that coaster reaches the end of its life, they'll just remove it from the park. I could see them opening it at another Cedar Fair park with all new track, but we'll see. Is there a way for me to enjoy Mystic Timbers more? Because for me, it's my favorite. It's my third favorite, with Orion being second and Diamondback number 1. You sit in the front a lot. I really like the front on Mystic, but I like the back better personally. But I just love Mystic. Try to get Night Ride if you can. I think it's really good. I do not think they're going to use the original Dragster trains. I think that's just, they've already sent some down to Knott's Berry Farm. That they're probably just out there getting ready to get shipped out to Knott's or another park. Maybe bought them or to scrap metal, or there's a lot of different things. Anyways, I got to go put Mason to bed. But I appreciate everyone and all the support. I really, really do. I could not do this without you. Come say goodbye, Mason.
Bye.
Come over here and say goodbye. Do it the right way.
Bye.
Yeah. What do you say?
Keep riding coasters.
Yeah. See, you hear from him now too. So you guys, again, thank you all so much for all the support. I greatly do appreciate it. Matt, thank you very much for all the help with the channel as well as the live stream. And Coaster Cat, Alan, Furman, everyone else, thank you guys so much. Zach, appreciate it. Robert, Brittany, Park Visions, everybody. Thank you guys so much for everything. I don't know. They're all, it's up there. So take care, guys. Have fun and keep riding coasters.
Keep riding coasters.
Now it's bedtime.
No, I don't want to go to bed.